Hey guys, I wanted to do a vigilante Deku what if now. For this to work, we're going to have to sorry, that's my dog. We're going to... The main story what happened after Midoriya's first day of UA. Now, everything like in canon would come into the first day of UA. Now, during the training, this is the different part. During the training with All Might and Midoriya on the beach, they were being spied on by All For One. Not All For One, overall. And, he would watch, basically, Midoriya eat the hair. So he would figure out One For All, and then he would go and make a deal with All For One. And they would be trying to hunt down and destroy One For All for good, so they can make the world into their own image. And Midoriya, I would say after the first day, he's walking home. I'm gonna say for right now, he can control about 5% of One For All, just 5%. One of his body parts. Well, yeah. Midoriya, I'm just gonna say he has full counting. I know that doesn't make sense, but it would be stupid. I'm sorry, they probably just made that to make it funny, because I believe this Deku is smart enough to know spread it on your whole body, like full counting. So I'm gonna say it's full counting to 5%. Some of these low thugs was coming, and they would tell him that. Now, I would say that Midoriya was told about All For One, and that there are some low-level goons after Midoriya. Master wants you. I would just say they would know All For One. I know. I'll just say they know. They done it to scare him. We're gonna take you to All For One. Midoriya would power up to 5% and would fight them. He's struggling. He would do small talk, like, how did you find out about One For All? I would say the low-level crooks would know. Everyone. Well, just the overhaul people and, all the League of Villains. And since they're with the League of Villains, they would say the boss has been spying on you, kid. And if you don't come with us, we're going to hunt you down. And whoever's in your path is going to die. Midoriya would go to 5% and would fight them. Now, he wouldn't really. I could say he's decent. He's using full counting. Now, I'm gonna say All Might told him about before he left. Midoriya would run, and he would easily, with a Detroit smash, would knock him out. Midoriya would run. He would call All Might, and would tell him that we need to talk. It's about One For All. All For One. So, Toshinori, All Might would say, okay, can you come back to UA and come to my office? Yes, All Might. Midoriya would go to his office, and All Might would ask him, what's going on, young Midoriya? Well, I just got attacked by these low-level League of Villains, or, the LOFs. They said that, we have been spied on. What do you mean, young Midoriya? They know about One For All. What? Not only that, I'll say that I would change it a little and say, there's 3 that mainly try to fight him. But these were all 3 low-level crooks. Like, basically, they had, stupid quirks, like an extra limb or something like that. One of them's from the Overhaul area. Someone named Overhaul and All for One are working together. They're trying to hunt me down and destroy One for All. All Might would get somewhat frightened. What is your... Midori would say, I have a plan. What is it? I'm going to leave UA for a while. What do you mean, young Midoriya? He's after me. I would say that the spy is still a thing. The spy knows everyone in the class. My family and everyone. So I'm going to leave UA and try to master this quirk as my own. All Might would be shocked. All Might would say, I understand, young Midoriya. Though I do not wish for you to leave, you are my successor. But I do understand you are being hunted. Since you have One for All right now, I would suggest you going to basically undercover. Go undercover. Or lay low. Try and strengthen One for All. Get stronger. And Midoriya would say, I will. And then when I beat them, I'll come back. Alma would somewhat be saddened, but he's like, I understand you, Midoriya. Midoriya would say, I have to go. He would run. Yeah, he would run. Midoriya would, during this time, now this is the class, I don't remember how long it took for 1A, the first, the heroes versus villains training, part to the USJ. But during that time, Midoriya has become a vigilante. Now, I would say that he has somewhat like the same stuff. Yeah, I would say he would have the same stuff. He would have 2 swords on his back. He ain't killing anyone, but he's fighting. The only 2 people his goal is to kill is Overhaul One for One. I would say during this time he's able to go to about now he's been non-stop training. Now All Might's basically what happened in this manga. All Might's basically become Alfred. He's giving supplies to Midoriya. And Midoriya, has his own little area. He was giving gear to Midoriya. So he's technically, he doesn't know what Midoriya is doing, that he's a vigilante, but he's assisting Midoriya. Midoriya has about the same like this. I would say it's like the mask. He would have 2 swords on his back. He really just uses it for combat. He has his fighting style, where he uses both his arms and legs for combat. During the time, I would say that he from non-stop training, he's able to go to about I'm gonna look up how long it took. How long was the hero versus villain exam? Villain exam 2, the USJ. I'll say that they would. Midoriya's, basically to everyone else, he's dead. So, their next goal is to. Some of them think he's dead. His next goal is to. The League of Villains' next goal is to kill All Might. Now, Midoriya has gear that would help basically absorb the energy of One for All. Basically, not like a strain, but it helps control the power. Basically, he can go a little higher than his normal limit and handle it with the suit. He would go run and he would just going and doing vigilante work. He would go by the name of not Deku, but I don't know. Vigilante names. I wouldn't call it the Red Death, the Green Death. Probably. Now this Midori doesn't kill anyone, though he has been making it up in a vigilante work. Now, since this is technically Midori is being forced to do, it's like he has to train or else he's going to die. I'm gonna say he's not exactly up to 25. He's about 15%. Stable 15%. He can go further. 20% is when he would not break his arm but pop out. Not 50. 18% would just like numb his body. He has been doing weighted clothing during this time, and he would be spying on the League of Villains. He would go by I don't know a good vigilante name, so y'all can just pick one. Yeah. He would be basically spying on the League of Villains. Midori, like I said, he would do spying. And he would hear their little conversation about the USJ. I'll say during this time, it's like about 2 weeks from now. So Midoriya would understand. So because like the classmates, he still knows. And he don't want them to get hurt. So Midoriya would decide he has about a 500-pound wave, 300-pound waving clothing on each part of his body. During the time, he was able to go to about 20%, I would say. I'll just give it 20%. Yeah. Okay. We go to... Give me a minute, I don't know what that is. Okay. We go to the day of the USJ. Now, Midoriya is hiding. Like, he's there, basically on top of that big screen area the USJ is. The USJ roof. I'll just call it that. I don't know what to do. I just saw it. Up here. He would be up here. Or basically on top of the thing watching. Making sure no one gets hurt. He's not gonna... He will intervene if they're in trouble. Right now, he would want to see how strong they have gotten. So, Midoriya would wait. Midoriya would yell. We would go to where they come in class, and instead of... I think it's... I don't know who. I'll say Kirishima would say, I thought we were doing rescue training. Not, who's the fake villains? As I always say, wait, fake villains? Yeah. They're real. This ain't, those are real villains. They would try to call UA, but couldn't. They were to appear, the Nomu. Now, Midoriya has been watching some of the Nomus. He knows they have different quirks. Yeah. He doesn't quite know about the weakness about the brain, but he does know about the, all the quirks that most of them have. Azawa would start to fight the villains, and Midoriya would intervene once. We'll go for a nickname for now. I'll call it the vigilante savior. I'll call it that until I can find a better vigilante name for him. Give me a comment below if you know. But yeah, he wouldn't intervene until Azawa was getting his elbow decayed a little. That's when Midoriya would hop in, using full cowling 20%. It would flick him back a lot. He would be flicked back. They would all see the students really wouldn't know, but Azawa would know about this. Although about the vigilante, called the vigilante savior. I'll call it that for now. Midoriya would try and tell him where's your boss at. He has some speakers in his mask, I would say, that would change his voice so he could hide his identity. Oh, so you must be the one who holds One for All. I thought you were dead. No, I would say Azawa would know about One for All, but exactly he would know who All Might gave it to, so. Well, no, I'm actually not dead, but you are. Tell me where your boss is. He's like, never. Kurogiri, bring out the Nomu. Now, I would say that everyone would be taking the same locations, but Midoriya. I'll say as, the one person that would be in UA now would be probably Shinzo. I would say Shinzo would be on the ship with Mineta and Sue. Midoriya would power up into 20%, and he would use full cowling, the blue electricity and everything. Shigaraki would tell the Nomu to kill the boy. Kill the vigilante. He'd be after Midoriya. No, just because of this, All Might, currently, Azawa's quirk wasn't damaged because he never got his face smushed in right now. Midoriya would run at him. He would learn most of the fighting styles in Japan, like Kung Fu and that. Midoriya would be running and would slide under him, and then grab his sword and start trying to, he would cut an arm off. I would say that, but it would still be regenerating. So your boss gave this Nomu a regeneration quirk. Interesting. Midoriya still has this hero notebook. He actually has a villain here, like a hero's notebook, but for the villains. Like, he's been spying on them, basically. So Midoriya would decide to, basically, he's using 20%, and the Nomu is taking it. He's taking it. Midoriya would go to 22%, and would go after him and try to punch him. I would say that All Might would already tell him, since he's, basically his goal is to try to kill All for One and overhaul about some of the past users, like the Black Whip one. I forgot his name. I think the third user or fourth. Yeah. Midoriya would go in for 22% to. I say he wouldn't really say them out loud, but he would say that. Instead of, I would say he would, for now, just change the name to Detroit Smash to Vigilante Smash. I'll say that. Vigilante Smash. He would hit the Nomu, and the Nomu wouldn't really, he would have a little bruised, but it's slowly regenerating. The Nomu's about to go in and kill Midoriya. When Midoriya, because One for All is sentient, and it can react. Basically, Black Whip reacts on motions. Well, this would be how Midoriya would unlock his Black Whip. He would unlock Black Whip, and he would start losing control of it. First, it would start going rampant, and it would get hurt the Nomu because of Black Whip with the 20% full counting. So, the Nomu would be not struggling, but he's being held back really bad because of the whip is hardened because of the 20%. It got stronger, and Midoriya would start figuring out, because he would know about the Black Whip user, like how he controlled it. So he would start to calm down, and he would then then he would control the Black Whip. He would hit, and he would go in the air. Now he would go and use the Black Whip on one of his arms to try to go and rescue the students while he holds off the Nomu. So he would grab. I would say that Shigaraki's still about to grab Sue when Midoriya would grab him with Black Whip. In the process, he's also flicking the Nomu back a little. He would be he would use 3 fingers and smack him. He would be not flying, but it would send him back a little bit. And Midoriya would throw Shigaraki coming towards him, while he would use the other finger and flick Shigaraki. Shigaraki would be basically being hit. Kirigiri would use a portal, open it, and then try to basically snake attack Midoriya and decay him. Midoriya, he has big, because he's been training. He's learned a lot of stuff. He would dodge the attack using Black Whip. He would grab the arms and would hold back down Shigaraki. And he would tell him that he would grab his sword and would tell Shigaraki, tell the Nomu to stop, or I'm going to kill you. Kid one. You really think you have a chance against the Nomu? The symbol of peace. The symbol of evil. Well, that's amusing, kid. Yeah, I'm thinking, out of the what if, I'm thinking about probably doing, either next week or Monday, doing a what if Midoriya had a healer quirk, kind of like Ares. Yeah, like Ares quirk. How we would do it is, Recovery Girl is dying. She would be dying. And, she's looking for someone to find her place, and that's whenever Midoriya would come in. His quirk is pretty overpowered. It doesn't have any weaknesses. Well, it does take a lot of stamina, a lot of energy, if he was to heal other people. Healing on himself is nothing. How I say, his healing ability would basically, if he was to touch someone how I say it, if they had if their eyes, basically, they have a cut in their eye, they're blind. If Midoriya was to touch them and heal them, I'll say he does have no drawback. It would basically bring it back to the person's prime age, basically right before he was damaged. That was how I would do the healing quirk one. So yeah, let me get back into this one. I'm gonna go to the 2020. I'm gonna have to end this here. All Might would, Ida would go and get All Might while Midoriya would be holding off the Inomu. He would decide to go use One for All and try to hit the brain. That's where I'm going to end this here, guys.